Hi, this is Dan from Lathrop Insurance. Here in Rhode Island, we take pride in taking care of our own. At Lathrop Insurance, we have spent 86 years helping families and businesses protect what matters most. Whether it's your home, your business, or the legacy you're building, our team is here to provide peace of mind through customized insurance solutions. We're proud to support high school sports across Rhode Island because when our community grows stronger, we all win. Lathrop Insurance. Personalized protection, local expertise. Visit lathropinsurance.com to see how we can protect what matters most to you.
Westerly. Playing center field, number 8, Luke Gwaltney. Playing shortstop, number 33, Jack Zerberini. Playing right field, number 7, Kevin Saglio. Pitching for Westerly, number 34, Tom Fiore. Playing left field, number 5, Tyler Falcone. Playing first base, number 14, Dante Pruitt.
Damn.
Playing third base, number 19, Mateo Hackett. Playing second base, number 23, Liam Jacobson. And behind the plate tonight, the catcher, number 2, Jack Parker. Westerly is coached by Ronnie Spizzato. And now for your Stonington Bears. Leading off at third base, number 7, Mateo Pansera. Batting second, the second baseman, number 11, Braden Wolfrat. Batting third, the shortstop, number 1, Michael Keith. Your cleanup hitter, the right fielder, number 2, Camden Ogden. At first base, batting fifth, number 9, Sean Durham. Behind the plate tonight, batting sixth, the catcher, number 22, Evan West. Batting seventh and playing left field, number 15, Wyatt Laughlin. On the mound tonight for the Bears, number 8, Nate Machinsky. And in center field, number 12, Tyler Samini. Stonington is coached by Billy Kane. And now if you would please rise for the playing of our national anthem. Good luck to both teams, and now play ball!
Good afternoon, everybody. Live here on a 321 Media, and we are thrilled to be here at Stonington for the first time this spring. We have Bulldogs, Bears baseball for you here tonight. My name is Dan LaBelle. Alongside with me is the guy who makes it Dan squared, Dan and Trary. How you doing, Dan?
That's right. I'm having a great day. You know, we started off pretty warm, but it's definitely cooled off. So that's why I'm standing, not sitting today. Then getting my steps in, getting some move going so that I stay nice and warm here at Stonington High School.
And of course, we are missing our camera operator Lisa. We want to give her all of our best, and we can't wait to have her back next week. All thoughts are with you, Lisa. But we have a great matchup for you here today. Bulldogs getting ready to bat right now. They will bring up Luke Gwaltney, who will be batting first. Jack Zeberini, the shortstop, will be batting second. Kevin Saglio will be in right field. He is batting third. Thomas Fiore will be on the mound. He is batting cleanup. Tyler Falcone will be in left, batting fifth. Dante Pruitt will be at first base, batting sixth. Mateo Hackett, the third baseman, will be batting seventh. Liam Jacobson at second base, batting eighth. And then rounding out the Bulldogs starting lineup is Jack Parker, the catcher. And on the mound for the Stonington Bears here this evening is Nate Machinsky. So we should be in for a great matchup. Again, like I mentioned, it's our first time seeing this Stonington Bears team this season. They are 5-3 on the season. They have wins against Lyman Memorial, NFA, Montville, Killingly, and Fitch. Their losses have come against Woodstock Academy, Bacon Academy, and Waterford. Newly head coach of the Stonington Bears is Billy Keene, assisted by Ryan Durham and Jake Nolan. Of course, head coach of the Westerly Bulldogs is Ron Spazzato. Has done a great job with this team, and we're just about set for baseball. And Bulldogs coming off a big win on Thursday night, which you were there for that marathon of a game.
Oh, that's right, Dan. I was there, got there for 4:30 at the game start, and ended up leaving Similori Field at about 7:30, so we were there for about 3 hours on stream. But was a thriller, you know, even though it kind of, what you said was like a marathon, it was definitely an entertaining one for sure, as the final score 16-10 against Moses Brown. West will come back and just shows how resilient of a team this team is, and I'm excited to see how they play against the strong Stonington Bears team today.
And Gwaltney will lead things off with a single. So second pitch of the ball game, laces one by the second baseman for a base hit. And here comes the two-hitter and the shortstop, Jack Zeberini.
And Gwaltney, who had a great game on Thursday, who was our Ed Fresh and Son paving player of the game, had a great game on the mound for the Bulldogs, as well as being a great hitter for the Bulldogs.
Zeberini fouls that one back. The catcher makes an unbelievable play. What a diving catch by Evan West.
And that is just pure. That is grit right there out of the catcher. You love to see plays like that happen, especially early in the game, you know, to kind of set the tone of what this game is going to look like for both the Bears and the Bulldogs, as that'll be the first out for the Bulldogs.
You could have heard a dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun behind that one. What a play.
I like that, Dan. That was good.
Machinsky's first pitch to the three-hole hitter, Kevin Saglio, is ball one. And Saglio's got a great bat for the Bulldogs. Very good right fielder as well. As Gwaltney leads from first, he's got some good speed over there. Pinch from Machinsky is swung on and missed by Saglio, 1-1. And hopefully, Dan, the Bulldogs save some runs for tonight.
That's right. They were able to get a lot done on Thursday. Let's see if they can keep that momentum up in this one.
The 1-1, the Gwaltney takes off. It was a hit and run. Saglio hits it out to right field. It is caught out there by the right fielder, Cam Ogden, and Gwaltney has to retreat back to first base.
He was able to get back before the outfielder made it to first base there with that pitch, or with that throw, not pitch, sorry. As upcoming next is the man himself, Tom Fiore, who was a runner-up for our player of the game on Thursday. I want to give him that quick shout-out because he had himself a phenomenal game, going 5 for 5 at plate.
Man, yeah, what a performance from Tom Fiore, and he's going to have a chance to do it on the mound like he's done the past couple seasons for the Bulldogs. First pitch to him is low, 1-0. I'd also love to get a shout out to my grandfather, Ken Collins, if he's listening. I know he goes to church on Saturday nights as well, but if you're listening, Ken and Hazel back in Westerly, We appreciate you. Machinsky's 1-0 is swung on and hit out to right field. Ogden's coming in, and he will make the catch, and that's how the top of the first inning will end here at Stonington. No score. We'll be right back.
My name is Robert Toth. I'm the owner of Old Mountain Lanes. We opened way back in 1960. We have 24 lanes of bowling. We are a full-fledged family facility. League bowling. We have cosmic bowling. We have music and entertainment. Food is a big thing here, too. We have 2 great restaurants. We're Old Mountain Lanes, 756 Kingstown Road in Wakefield. We're open 7 days a week. Come on down and see us.
Blinds, shades, shutters. You can do a lot of exterior shades, some sun protection or bug screens, window tinting, or different decorative options on business windows, conference rooms. I'm Cliff.
I'm Taylor.
And we're with Bumblebee Blinds.
Hi, I'm Chris Kozłowski, owner of Broadview Florist and Garden Center in Dunn's Corners. For over 40 years, our family-owned business has been your go-to destination for beautiful, custom-made floral arrangements. Whether it's a special event or just to brighten up your day, we create highest quality designs tailored just for you. Trust Broadview Florists to make every moment unforgettable. Visit us today or give us a call at 401-322-0390.
Getting ready for the bottom of the first inning at Stonington High School. Bears are coming up to bat. Thomas Fiore is on the mound for the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs ace this season, and he's one heck of a pitcher. I've gotten to watch him over the course of the couple seasons so far, and the Bears will have a good test today. We'll see how their lineup adjusts to it, and I know this Stonington Bears team, they always have good hitters. They're always well coached, and they always can put the bat on the ball. Leading things off will be Mateo Pansera. He will be at third base, followed by Braden Wolfrat. He is at second base. Batting third will be Michael Keith. He's the shortstop. Cam Ogden is the cleanup hitter. He's in right field. Sean Durham batting fifth. He's playing first base. The catcher, Evan West, who just made a miraculous play in the first inning behind the backstop there. He is batting sixth. Wyatt Laughlin is playing left field. He's batting seventh. Number 3, Luke Jones is the DH. He's batting eighth. And rounding out the batting order for the Stonington Bears is number 12, Tyler Samini. He is in center field.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what the Bears have in store hitting here. Like you said, very well-coached team, so good group of guys out there, and had a strong top of the first inning defensively, so let's see if they can keep the offense as entertaining as the defense.
And Pansera is stepping to the plate, and we should mention Billy Keene, first-year head coach. He has succeeded Coach Bob Cahoon here, who coached the Stonington baseball team for a lot of years and did a great job with his program. We want to wish him the best on his retirement because he put in a lot of hours in this program. And Pansera takes ball 1. He actually is here today as well. I don't know exactly where he's at. I saw him earlier. Oh, he's still on the field over there, Coach Cahoon. It's in there, 1-1. But you see him all the time here. He's here during the winter at the basketball games that I got to broadcast here. He's just a big Stonington guy, so made sure to shout him out. That ball is low from Fiore, 2-1. And you'll see Fiore today have a very good fastball, but I'm even more impressed with his off-speed pitches. He's not afraid to throw his curveball, just like he did right there at any point in the count. That's 2-2 to Pansera. But he'll throw it soft sometimes, and then he'll also make it look more like a slider. Really confuses the hitters.
And Fiore's just an all-around guy. In his last matchup against Moses Brown, he had a great performance on defense as well, with a great outfield performance. You know, he had a great couple of catches that, you know, most guys you can't see out there.
Now the count is full as Pansera took ball 3. Full count pitch is a curveball. It's in there. First K for Fiore on the day. 1 out.
Something I love to hear is the dugouts over the course of baseball games. I love to hear the banter that they have and just like the overall energy that they bring is very captivating in a game like this.
And you all just saw on your screen, Deb Thomas from Shielke Realty will be sponsoring our player of the game, not only today, but I think moving forward for us as Stonington as well. So we want to shout out Deb Thomas from Shielke Realty. We appreciate you. And make sure you give her a call if you need any realty needs, as Wolfrat got hit by that pitch from Fiore, so he will find his way to first base.
And I actually had the chance to talk to Tom Fiore and another pitcher for the Bulldogs, James Hooper, before the game. They said it was going to be an interesting matchup, he said a very evenly matched up game, to see how interesting that this one's going to be. But, you know, they know that they have to bring their A game, and it's an important win for them, given that they're such big rivals, and it's always a pleasure to see such a rival game like this.
First pitch to the shortstop, Michael Keefe, is inside, 1-0. And we do apologize for the camera angle. You know, we're not going to be able to see everything today. You guys aren't at home. We will be as descriptive as possible for you all. We are missing a camera operator, like I said earlier in the broadcast, so we're going to paint the picture for you all.
We are going to be the Vin Scullys of 3-2-1.
Well, I don't know. That's putting a lot of pressure on us, Dan.
That is a lot of pressure.
We also should shout out Dave DeAngelis producing this game for us here today.
Because without him, it would probably be either me or you, and that wouldn't be fun.
No, as the curveball runs inside,
2-0. For you guys, it'll probably look a lot worse than what it would look like with Dave behind the camera.
He's on top of everything.
Hey, he's a man of many magical talents when he's producing.
So 2-0 on Keefe. Wolfrat leads from first. Fiore will check on him. He's back in time.
And I was promised by Tom Fiore that he had a good game, I'd get a signed baseball.
Well, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
I'm sure he's not just going around handing those out either.
No. You got to be a special kind of person. As the pitch comes in, and that'll be ball number 3.
So Fiore trying to find it early on. It is a cold day here at Stonington. Makes it tough to pitch. Doesn't make it any easier to hit, but it's definitely harder to grip the baseball when it is cold out there. Another check on Wolfrat. Back in there. We'll see if the Bears decide to send Wolfrat at all during this at-bat. Through watching him on the basketball court this past winter, he definitely has some speed. 3-0 is high, so it is a 4-pitch walk to Michael Keefe. Now coming up is the right fielder and cleanup hitter, Cam Ogden, who was busy in the first inning. He caught 2 baseballs out in right field.
Yeah, and you had mentioned before their basketball team with our guy on second here, but they were a very impressive team this season. I remember watching, I called their game for senior night, just a dominating performance out of those guys.
Yeah, they went very far this year, and curveball swung on and missed by Ogden, 0-1. Especially after seeing 4 straight balls to the previous batter. I think we might have looked to take one right there, yeah. Ogden. But he came out first pitch swinging. Fastball runs high, 1-1. Outfield right now playing Ogden pretty straight up. Fiore deals. It's on the inside corner. Nice spot there from Fiore. 1-2. Stonington currently 13th in the Class S tournament field, which the top 33 teams will qualify for the Class S tournament. Ogden skied on the infield. Pruitt gonna come get it. It's an infield fly, so Ogden would have been out anyway, and we have out number 2.
Dante Pruitt, another very talented player for this Westerly baseball team. In their last matchup against Moses Brown, had a great game himself. Found himself with I believe an RBI, and found himself running home a couple of times.
Now comes Sean Durham to the plate, the first baseman for the Bears. Keefe on first, Wolfrat on second. Fiore trying to get out of a little bit of trouble in this first inning. First pitch is high, 1-0.
Tom keeping his head on a swivel on the mound there. Want to make sure that Wolfrat doesn't get to third there. Because like you said, very fast player, as you mentioned from his basketball days.
Yeah, second baseman Jacobson doing a good job of holding him on as well. Curveball's in there, strike one. And if I'm Tom Fiore, that's the spot I want to live today. Right at the knees. It actually looked a little bit lower than the knees as well, so if you can get away with getting that call, then I would continue to pound that spot as much as you can. 1-1 is hit out to center field. Gwaltney's got a beat on it, and he catches it for out number 3. So we are scoreless after 1 inning of play. Bulldogs coming to bat when we get back.
For over 75 years, Belmont Market has been a staple of our community, bringing together local quality fresh food, organic options, and everyday wellness with care you can trust. Belmont Market, a better place to shop.
Welcome to Dan's Place, Rhode Island's #1 stop for amazing food, drinks, and live entertainment. Dan's Place offers a fantastic selection of unique menu items, including pizzas, pasta, steaks, and seafood. Here's what our customers have to say: a masterpiece on a crust. Watch your favorite New England teams on one of Dan's 4 big screen TVs. Looking for a great place to meet? Try Dan's Place.
I'm Dan from Dan's Place, where your only regret is not coming in sooner.
Welcome back, everybody, here on 321 Media. We want to thank you all for tuning in with us today, and we're ready for the top of the second inning. For the Bulldogs, it'll be Tyler Falcone, Dante Pruitt, and Mateo Hackett for the Bulldogs. And if it were to get there, second baseman Liam Jacobson. And Machinsky's back out on the mound for his second inning of work. He had a solid first inning, gave up a leadoff hit to Gwaltney, but then was able to retire the next 3 Bulldogs. Machinsky, just a sophomore for the Bears. First pitch to Falcone, rolled over to the first baseman, Durham. He's going to flip onto Machinsky. Perfectly executed from the Bears, and that is 1 out in the top of the second. Now coming up will be the first baseman, Dante Pruitt. And Dan, you just saw the pitcher go over and cover first base. That is something that baseball teams work a lot on in the offseason. Their pitchers, the first baseman, that continuity, just for that situation right there.
Yeah.
As that's a ball to Pruitt. And you'd be surprised, it definitely does take some practice, especially for the pitchers to be able to find their footing to make sure they're hitting the bag right.
Yeah.
2-0 to Pruitt. Machinsky's 2-0. Cut on and missed. Good comeback pitch from Machinsky. Makes the count 2-1. Pruitt, a junior for the Bulldogs. Swings and misses again, 2-2.
And if I'm Pruitt, I'm swinging that too. Because, you know, you could afford to swing on that, and it's just unfortunate that he missed it.
Yeah, just a little late on that one. Just got to try to time it up here. 2-2 coming. Got him with the curveball. Strike 3, out number 2 of the top of the second inning.
tops of these innings very quick for the Stonington Bears, getting business done very fast.
Machinsky hasn't really messed around so far. He's gotten
Not at
strikes
all.
in there, made the Bulldogs hit. As soon as I say that, he throws a first pitch ball to Mateo Hackett, the third baseman, who had one of the most memorable moments so far of this spring.
That's right.
Back in a game at Similori Field against Cranston East where he hit a walk-off single to win it for the Bulldogs. He grounds that one over to Durham at first. It's going to be a nice, easy play. He'll step on the bag for out number 3. So Bulldogs go quick in the top of the second inning. Bears coming up to bat right after this.
I've been cooking since I was 12 or 13 years old. I was cooking the Navy. And honestly, we were welcomed kind of with open arms into the community. We've had a reputation for having great beverages and okay food. And I want people to know that is the thing we're attacking first, is making sure that our food matches our beverages. I want to make a really strong lunch menu. If you had a breakfast sandwich yesterday, come back tomorrow, it'll be better, because we're changing the way we do things around here. I'm JJ Glode. I'm the owner of Higher Grounds and Lickety Splits, and we'd love to see you come in soon.
For 40 years, Michelangelo's Deli and Catering has been serving the greater Cranston community with fresh, creative deli-style sandwiches and prepared foods, as well as catering your favorite Italian classics, always from scratch, for your intimate family milestones and corporate events.
At the Ocean Community YMCA, community means showing up across 4 branches and 2 summer camps, all rooted in one shared mission. Every day we bring people together to grow stronger in spirit, mind, and body. From fitness floors to youth programs, from lifelong friendships to unforgettable summer memories. No matter your age or stage of life, there's a place for you here to belong, to thrive, and to be supported. This is the place where everyone belongs. This is the Ocean Community YMCA.
Fiore just finishing up his warm-up pitches here, and we're getting ready for the bottom of the second inning. Due up for the Bears, it's going to be the catcher, Evan West, followed by the left fielder, Wyatt Laughlin, and then the DH, Luke Jones. If we were to get there, Tyler Samini, the center fielder. And Fiore had a little rocky first inning. Struggled to find the strike zone a little bit, but don't expect that to stay.
Right. He was still able to get the job done and keep the Bears scoreless in that first inning. So for him to have a rocky first inning and for them to be scoreless goes to show.
First pitch strike right there to Evan West. And Dan, it looks like just early on through this first inning and a half so far, umpire's going to call the low strike today.
Yeah.
That one's too low, 1-1. I gotta say, I do like the Stonington coaches' jackets. A nice gold color.
I like that color.
Yes. Ball is outside, 2-1. That one didn't miss by much. I know I'm sitting over here, but that's like the guy saying, hey, that's a strike in the nosebleeds, right?
Yeah.
Ball is low.
That's for sure. So a 3-1 count for Fiore.
Evan West trying to get on to lead things off for the Bears. The 3-1 is outside. So that is Fiore's third walk of today. And now coming up will be the left fielder, Wyatt Laughlin. Hackett at third base is coming in a little bit on the infield grass just in case of a bunt. First pitch from Fiore. Cut on. That was a good hack from Laughlin. 0-1. He was ready for that pitch.
He was totally ready, and you heard it in the bat there. He just dinked it.
And the catchers for both teams are going to have a very important responsibility today, as we got a pretty long backstop here at Stonington. That ball gets away, and West will move up to second. So now a runner in scoring position for the Bears.
And the Stonington dugout definitely overpowering the noise thing. It's almost it's getting to points where I can hear them over you, and they're yards away from us.
Bunt attempt, missed it. Count will be 1-2.
And you see Hackett was ready on third base earlier, so he knows that it was potential that it could come in this way.
Yeah, in this situation now, though, Hackett and Pruitt just communicated with each other. With the runner at second, I think Pruitt would be charging, but now with 2 strikes, Laughlin most likely is not going to square the bunt here. The 1-2 is hit on the ground to the right side. Past Jacobson, it's going to be a base hit. West is on his way home, and he's going to score the first run for the Stonington Bears. They take a 1-0 lead. And that Bears dugout is fired up.
And that's something you love to see. And I think it's little things like that that, you know, can make the energy high and cause for more runs, because it makes it more and more, you know, entertaining and lively, and the energy is just the best part.
Now comes up the DH, Luke Jones. First pitch to him. In the dirt, Parker, nice block. It just scooted too far away. And Laughlin will move up to second.
Miscommunication from Fiore and Hackett there, as they were both scrambling to get that ball.
Yeah, that was going to be a really tough play anyway. And now another runner in scoring position for the Bears with nobody out in the bottom of the second. We'll see if the Bears try to get another bunt down. They tried that with Laughlin once West got to second. He's swinging there. Count will be 1-1. Yeah, Dan, just going back to the energy thing with the dugout, our baseball team at Chariho, when I played there, we were obnoxious. And we just had so much energy, and it really did help us as a team.
That's exactly what you need, because it brings up the morale, and you know, it makes things like hits more contagious across your players.
Jones foul tips that one, so it'll be strike 2. And a big spot for Fiore right now. You're really needing a strikeout. And if you're Jones, just trying to put the ball in play, make something happen. He will hit it high and foul.
Right towards us, Dan.
Surprised you didn't hop the fence here. I thought you were going to make a catch.
Not quite. As that one will hit the football field on the turf over here at Stonington High School, just behind us here.
So Jones hanging tough at 1-2. Here it comes. Curveball, and he went on that swing, and Parker will tag him out for out number 1. Great comeback pitch right there from Tom Fiore.
Yeah, very important.
Now coming to the plate will be the center fielder, Tyler Samini. Samini is a junior for the Stonington Bears. Ball's in the dirt, nice block by Parker, 1-0. And on deck will be the top of the order in Mateo Pansera. Ball's low, 2-0. Dan, I think if you're Stonington here, you have to continue to be patient against Fiore right now. He doesn't have his best stuff at the moment, so really wait till you get a good strike. In there, 2-1.
I think it's very important, like you said, Dan. Yeah, be very impatient, and they have room to be patient. You're up 1-0, and you know, like you said, Fiore's not having his best game, so they're able to kind of push back a little just to see, because you know Tom Fiore is very capable of having a great pitch. As
ball's fouled back, and I do think Fiore's going to find it. Sometimes it just takes, you know, a couple innings for a pitcher to find it. And I think at points Fiore can be that type of pitcher. I've seen him the past couple seasons, and you know, at points he's gotten off to some okay starts, but he's really locked in the later innings. So if he can keep this game close and the Bulldogs give him some run support, the Bulldogs will be just fine. Another ball fouled back.
Yeah, and like you said, can start off slow, but can find his groove. It was like me on the golf course today. You know, I started off really bad, and then I finished off the last 9 with being just regular bad.
Not so bad. You do not want to see me pick up a golf club, that's for sure. 2-2. Hit hard on the ground. It's going to get by Zeberini at shortstop. The throw from Falco into the plate. It's a good one. It bounces by Parker.
And that man.
So Laughlin will score, and Samini will find himself on second base. So a single and an RBI, and he moved up to second on the throw from Falcone. And now a 2-0 lead for the Bears.
Yeah, so if I'm Westerly, like these fans right next to me are saying, they're rattled. But still able to, you know, like we had in Thursday's game against Moses Brown, they're able, and they show resilience of coming back. So can't rule that out entirely.
First pitch to Pansera is in there for strike one. And as someone, Dan, who played a lot of baseball growing up, who's been a part of a lot of crazy games, this game is just starting.
Yeah.
Second inning, a lot can happen throughout a baseball game.
And with no clock, you are very right about that one.
The 0-1 gets by Jack Parker behind the plate, and moving up another 90 feet will be Tyler Samini. And now he's just 90 feet away from scoring.
Get to a 3-0 lead in the second inning is definitely showing signs of making a statement, especially on your home field.
Bulldogs 4-4 on the season. They're currently 11th in the Division I RPI as Fiore steps off the back of the rubber. The top 12 teams qualify in each division in Rhode Island, with the top 4 getting byes. So the Bulldogs are in the playoffs as of right now. The ball is high. 2-1. Pansera trying to keep the train rolling for the Bears, and that ball is drilled, and it is gone! Pansera put a charge into that one, a 2-run homer for the third baseman for the Bears.
And if there were any signs of statements being shown here at Stonington, that was the one. Just an incredible hit by Pansera for sure.
It is 343 out there to center, but it had way more distance than that as it went over the trees in center field, and we got a 4-0 ball game.
And like I said before, even more, Westerly's definitely rattled.
And Stonington just came out ready to play. The bats were ready. They're being aggressive on those pitches that are in the zone. They're not swinging at the bad pitches, a lot of them. And what a drive by Pansera.
And of all the baseball games I've ever called, that's the first home run I've ever seen.
Yeah, we had a couple at Similori last year. Grayson Simmons hit a couple.
Where is Grayson?
But that ball would have been out of a lot of ballparks. That's for sure. Had plenty of room.
I don't know about
fence.
Charahoe's, though.
Well, that's a different story. It doesn't really have a fence at Charahoe. Besides the one in right field. And the first pitch to Braden Wolfrat is high, 1-0. So our first time seeing Stonington so far. They've come out, they've given us a show so far, Dan.
That's right. And Westerly, they need a miracle to even give them a glimpse of some hope in this one.
Again, that was a big drive, but very, very long game as we're just in the second inning. The 2-0 is low. The count will be 3-0. And at first, I didn't think that ball was hit as hard as it was, but that ball just kept carrying. That ball's high. Ball 4, a 4-pitch walk to Wolfrat.
And mind you, we are only at 1 out so far for the Stonington Bears, so very impressive.
Now coming up is the shortstop, Michael Keefe. He walked his first time at bat. And this is Coach Sposado's second time going out to the mound. I do believe we are going to get a new pitcher here at Stonington. A tough day for Tom Fiore, but he will bounce back. There is no doubt about that. And there is still plenty of game left here today. While we let the new pitcher warm up, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back right after this.
D&V Mechanical specializes in the installation, maintenance, and servicing of Mitsubishi ductless mini-split heat pump systems. We are certified by Mitsubishi as Diamond Elite Contractors and factory trained and up to date on the proper procedure of the installation and service of Mitsubishi ductless heating and air conditioning ductless heat pumps. We assist with the paperwork to reduce much of the stress-related documentation required to get the state rebates and federal tax incentives. We are not a jack-of-all-trades, master-of-nothing company. We are masters of ductless heat pumps. It's what we do, and it's what we know.
We have been family owned and operated for 27 years. We do specialize in European vehicles. We're an alternative to the dealership. We are transparent and honest. We provide a digital vehicle inspection, complimentary shuttle services to your home, elite auto repair, building relationships for the road ahead.
Well, welcome back, everybody, here at Stonington High School. And the Bears have been hot this inning. And we got a new pitcher for the Bulldogs. Coming in will be Camden McDonald, a junior lefty for the Bulldogs.
And I just checked after I thought I saw a raindrop. We are expected rain very, very soon here at Stonington High School.
As the ball gets away from Jack Parker, Wolfrat will move up a base. He'll be on second. Dan, you had to tell me that.
Listen, I saw a raindrop. I had to check. I was like,
wish I brought an umbrella. That ball is fouled back.
I'm feeling
1-1. And McDonald coming into a tough spot in this game. 1 out. Bears have already scored 4 runs this inning. Trying to keep it right where it is. Pitches inside. 2-1. I believe Fiore will still be batting. I don't see him out in the field, but way ahead of that one. Nice pitch from McDonald.
And this is the first time I've seen McDonald on the mound this season. Maybe it's not his first time, but me personally, calling games, this is my first time seeing him on the mound. And bittersweet to see, because he's also a kid I used to coach recreational basketball for back in the day. So it's nice to see guys like him out there.
And the count is full to the Bears shortstop. Here it comes. Grounded foul. Good at bat here by Michael Keefe.
So full count here. Very important and crucial pitch coming in from McDonald.
And Keefe did walk his first at bat. And he'll walk again. Ball in the dirt. Good job by Parker to go get it. Now the Bears will have runners on first and second. With, again, just 1 out. Here comes the cleanup hitter, Cam Ogden.
Come on, Cam, your turn.
Who flew out to the first baseman in his first at bat. And Dan Parker's had a lot of balls in the dirt so far to have to try to block.
Yeah.
Laced down the third baseline, foul.
Came right for us. Good thing we got a couple of fences to protect us.
Well, and that netting too, because we have that camera up there, and I wouldn't want that thing to get hit.
No.
I don't think Ben would be too happy about that. Ball gets away. Wolfrat and Keefe will move up. Wolfrat made an aggressive turn there. He'll stay right where he is.
Looked like he was aiming to get home, but made the right decision stopping there.
Well, and it's a good job by Wolfrat rounding that base hard, because you never know what could happen on a play like that. The catcher might not be able to find it. It might take an extra bounce. I actually scored on one of those one time in high school when I was at second, and the catcher actually couldn't find the ball.
No kidding.
So I came all the way around the score on a pass ball from second base. Wasn't because of my speed. Even though I'd like to consider myself pretty fast, you know?
I'm sure you were fast.
So big spot, Cam Ogden trying to add to the Bears' lead.
Against Cam McDonald, so a little Cam matchup here. That one's coming right for us. Heads up. Right in the Westerly Bulldog dugout. I thought I was going to have to save a fan's life today. Fortunately not, because I didn't grow up playing baseball, so I can't catch a ball.
I played here a couple times, and I've never seen that happen because of the nice, tall netting here, but it went right over that netting, right into the Bulldog dugout. I'm sure they had their heads on a swivel.
No, I did.
I know you did. You thought it was coming right over here.
I'm calling this game.
Ogden takes that one, 2-2.
So the Bulldogs looking to get a second out here in this second inning. So a whole lot of twos here.
2-2 coming. Fouled again. So Ogden putting together a great at-bat here. Hanging tough, working the pitch count of the new pitcher, McDonald. And the outfield for the Bulldogs playing pretty deep. So any fly ball is really going to get at least one run in. Inside. Count's full. McDonald trying to bear down, get an out. It is inside. So that is 3 straight walks for the Bears.
And now bases loaded for the Bears.
First baseman Sean Durham has an opportunity to really break this game wide open. As now the Bulldog infield will come in. They'll look to cut down any run at the plate on a ground ball. Pitch is outside. 1-0. So a lot of real estate for Durham right now. You got the infield in, the outfield still playing pretty deep. 2-0. Coming. Is low. So 3-0 to Durham. This is always your worst fear as a baseball coach, giving out free passes.
Yeah.
With walks. But it does happen. There's a strike right there. Good comeback from McDonald.
As we see James Hooper walk across, looking like we're also looking at another pitching change.
Yeah, he's definitely going to throw some pitches. We'll see if McDonald's going to be able to get out of this inning. Good start to it. 3-2 now. And a big pitch coming here.
Yeah, Hooper gave me that look, that he's going out there look. So I'm excited to see a kid that I work with go out there and make things happen on the mound.
So 3-2. Base is juiced. Here it comes. And that is ball 4. So Wolfrat will score. And it'll make this game 5-0.
just an unfortunate position.
And now coming up will be the catcher, Evan West, who actually led this inning off. So the Bears have batted around. Low, 1-0. Just extreme discipline from the Stonington Bears so far today. Really seeing the baseball good. 2-0 now to West. But sometimes, especially in a situation like this as a hitter, you might be over-aggressive trying to get all these runs in. Haven't seen that yet from any Stonington hitter. That ball is hit high in the air to center field. Gwaltney is underneath it. That is easily going to score Michael Keefe from third. And now we have a 6-0 ball game on the sacrifice fly. Ogden was also able to tag up and move up to third base.
And just good communication from the Bulldogs outfield to get that catch. You know, even though they let up a score, they were able to get that out there.
Yeah, Gwaltney and Falcone out there. Good job communicating. Now we have runners at the corners. Pickoff move to first base. Back in there easy is Durham. And now coming up is Wyatt Laughlin. He had an RBI single, I should say, in this same inning. Swing and a miss.
So that'll bring up a 2-1 count.
I think that was the first pitch to him.
Oh, I saw the scoreboard. That's what gave.
That's 2 outs.
No, I saw the ball thing was full.
Oh, they must not have changed it yet.
And they adjusted it as I was saying it. Of course.
Of course.
Because that's my luck.
It is now 0-2 to Laughlin. And McDonald, one pitch away from getting out of this long second inning. Durham is on his way to second. He's in there easy. And that is ball 1 to Laughlin. Cut on and missed, was ahead of that one, and that is strike 3 and out number 3 of this second inning. Bears put up a 6th spot here in the second inning. We'll be right back with the third after this.
I am Jim Howe. My practice is focused on representing people injured in car accidents, representing people injured in premises liability, represent people in all walks of life. I say all the time that I represent the underdog, and by the underdog I mean the person who is injured and is facing lawyers that are hired by insurance companies. If you unfortunately find yourself injured in an automobile collision or in any other circumstance where insurance may come into play, think of giving me a call.
The largest reason we opened up Seaside Pharmacy was to help our community better than the big box stores. We get to know you better, fast and friendly service. So we'd love to have you come in and check out Seaside Pharmacy and see what we have to offer.
Ever thought about leveling up your fitness game in a fun and meaningful way? Kiefer's Martial Arts on Granite Street has everything you're looking for. Kickboxing, Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and of course, adult karate. It's not just about getting fit, it's about building your self-confidence, discipline, and that unstoppable feeling you get from all your hard work. Stop into Kiefer's Martial Arts today to sign up.
Back here at Stonington, Bears put up a 6th spot in the last half inning. They lead at 6-0 against the Westerly Bulldogs, and Nate Machinsky, the sophomore for the Bears, will be back out on the mound with a long break. So you never know how that might affect a pitcher as well.
It can affect him in a positive way. It can affect him in a negative way. You know, could keep his arm warm or keep his arm rested. So however way you look at it, could go one of two ways.
As leading off this inning will be the second baseman, Liam Jacobson. He takes ball 1. After Jacobson, the catcher, Jack Parker. And then following him will be the top of the order and Luke Gwaltney. Nice pitch there, 1-1. Ball catches the top of the zone. 1-2. One, two coming. Outside, 2-2. Pretty good spot there from Machinsky. Jacobson trying to lead things off. Bulldogs just got to try to chip away. That's low, 3-2.
So full count early to start this third inning.
Pitch is on the outside corner. Got him looking for strike 3, and that is out number 1 here in the third. And now will be the number 9 hitter, the catcher, Jack Parker. He takes a first pitch ball. That was Machinsky's second strikeout of the day so far. And has given up 1 hit in the 8 batters he's faced.
That's impressive.
1. Good zip on that fastball. The 1-1. Good swing from Parker right there. Just missed it. 1-2. And Dan, all it takes is in games like this is just 1 or 2 hits. You know, if the Bulldogs can get on a little bit of a roll, hits are contagious, as we saw that in the last inning.
And as we always say on 3-2-1, because we had mentioned that last time when we called the game together, Westerly against Cranston East, there's a hit from Parker, goes to the outfield, and he is able to get a single. So we finally got a man on base here. And we were just talking about how hits are contagious, so hopefully we see some more out of the Westerly Bulldogs, as it's Gwaltney, who had himself quite the game on Thursday. See if he can keep that onslaught coming into this one against Stonington.
Yeah, he was the player of the game, I believe.
That's right. Pitched a wonderful game as well.
Check on Parker. He's back in there safely. Yeah, I love the way Gwaltney plays. Just a really steady player.
Yeah.
Doesn't get too emotional, but he is just a really, really solid baseball player. Takes a pitch low there, 1-0.
And always seems calm, cool, and collected. Even when I had the chance to talk to him for his interview for 3-2-1, he was very calm, cool, and collected. You know, was just very, like I said, calm and cool.
He'll take a pitch high there, 2-0.
We got some gray clouds ahead of us.
Yeah, looking like we might get some rain here pretty soon. Ball hit on the ground to the second baseman. On to Keefe for 1, to Durham. And couldn't quite turn the double play there, but it was nicely turned. Gwaltney using his speed, especially being on that left-handed batter's box, is able to beat that one out for a fielder's choice.
So 2 outs here in this third inning. And the Bears quickly making that happen.
And Wolfrat did a good job on that, fielding it, turning his body right away. Gave a great feed to Michael Keefe, a shortstop.
And a very, very important person at bat right now, Jack Zeparini, who was the person who led the charge in their comeback win against Moses Brown on Thursday.
He takes ball 1. Yeah, Zeparini, just another really solid player. Had a lot of big moments last year for the Bulldogs. Just continuing that same thing this season. Pitch is low. 2-0. We've seen that called a strike most of this game.
That's right. I'm interested to see these umpires' tactics.
We want to shout out all the umpires. It's not an easy job.
No.
No.
Reffing at any level, at any sport, is not an easy one because you got to deal with parents, you got to deal with coaches, players, the whole 9 yards, no matter what age group. I was a soccer referee about 10 years ago. I think around 5 to 10 years ago, and it is not fun. And I was refereeing for kids that are probably up to my knees.
Zeberini will take ball 4. Now coming up will be the right fielder, Kevin Saglio.
And Saglio had himself a game as well on Thursday. You know, I keep saying that, but that just goes to show how overall this team, it doesn't come down to just one guy. It's a team effort with this Bulldogs team.
And he's looking to do some damage with 2 outs. You're in the top of the 3rd.
Yeah, very crucial at bat for Westerly. You know, you got a guy on first, you got a guy on second. And 2 outs in the 3rd inning, down 6-0. Can see if Saglio can make some important plays happen here.
Baczynski's first pitch to him, he didn't agree with it. It's ball 1. We should also mention that before the game, part of the Stonington Little Leaguers got to go out on the field with the Stonington Bears for the national anthem, the starting lineups. A great thing when the youth is always able to come to these high school games. It gives them a bright future.
Yeah.
You know, something to look forward to.
I like how they get recognized. It's very important, you know, because it keeps that love for the game in those kids' hearts that'll last them a lifetime and will make them want to play at a higher level like high school.
So I don't know what the conversation is right now.
Yeah, the ump was talking to the catcher and the pitcher, and now is going over to Coach Sposato.
The only thing I could think of is possible sign stealing from Gwaltney out at second base, but I don't know.
Is it giving me Houston Astros vibes where they were stealing signs?
Well, that's a whole different story. I doubt that was it, though. I don't know. Saglio hits that one softly, and Coach Sposato,
what a hand,
makes a nice play. He even put it around the back after. Coach showing him how it's done.
And he will have a story to tell next time he's on Sports Open Mic.
Well, now it's on film.
And
Saglio cuts and misses on that one for strike 3, and that's how we're going to end the top of the 3rd inning here at Stonington. Bears 6, Bulldogs nothing. We'll be back right after this.
I'm Johnny Mack, General Manager here at Sandy Motors, and since 1988, we've been making car buying wicked easy for Rhode Islanders. So come with me and let's go see how wicked easy we make it when car buying. From cars, trucks, and SUVs, Sandy Motors has the selection you want at the price you want. Get approved now and see all our inventory at sandymotors.com. Every vehicle in certified condition for you to drive for many years to come. Sandy Motors, we're making car buying is wicked easy.
I'm Gretchen Miller. I'm the owner of Martin House Books in Westerly, Rhode Island. We have 2 floors. The top floor is all adults. The bottom floor is children's. We have the cafe here too. That's a separate business, Cafe 1888. Come down to Martin House Books, enjoy a great coffee, and pick out another great read.
If you want a sweet treat or a bite to eat, if you're shopping for the week or a great piece of meat, there's only one place to go. Meet me at Dunn's Corners Market. Meet me at Dunn's Corners Market. If you're here for the weekend or you're here for a lifetime, meet me at Dunn's Corners Market.
All right, welcome back to Westerly Stonington Baseball. Here to lead off for the Bears is number 3, Luke Jones. Up next is Tyler Simony. As the pitcher for the Bulldogs stays as Cam McDonald, number 10. And he will hit Luke Jones, which will bring him to first base, which is not a position you want to see in this 4th inning. Correction, bottom of the third. So Tyler Simony looking to continue this onslaught coming on from the Stonington Bears. As a quick top of the third. McDonald bringing in a 0-1 count. Pitch comes in, and it's a 1-1 count.
Sorry, everybody, I'm back. Had to check on something real quick. We're trying to figure out if we have to. Oh, pickoff move by McDonald was close. Checking on Jones. But if we had to, we were trying to figure out if we could bring our stuff up to the press box. We just might not be able to put a camera somewhere.
Ooh. And that is the most important part.
It's not going to connect, but we could do an audio version, obviously.
Of course.
That would be, I think that would be okay.
That one gets hit out into center field. And it's picked up quickly by Gewaltney and brought into second base by the shortstop Zeverini, but he is safe.
And Simony is 2 for 2 on the day, 2 singles for the number 9 hitter. And here comes the top of the order, Mateo Pancera, who has a strikeout and has a 2-run homer to his name today. On the most well-hit ball I've seen so far this spring.
That's right.
In there, strike 1. Count goes to 1-1. And the Bears leadoff hitter. 2-1 now.
And at the half inning, or if it begins to rain, we will break and continue upstairs in the booth as quickly as possible.
The count goes to 3-1. Yes, we will make sure if you're not able to see this game, you're at least able to hear this game.
That's right.
Here today. Ball is swung on and fouled down the right field line. So if we cut out a little bit and you don't see us, stick around because we are going to be back on.
And you will be listening to the Vince Scully's of 3-2-1 as we bring it to radio.
As Pancera takes ball 4. And it looks like we're going to get a new pitcher. And I think with that, Dan, I think it is a good time to start moving our stuff up there now. Because I know the rain is coming. So
I can definitely feel it.
Yeah, we want to thank you all for tuning in so far. We are going to take a short break. We won't see us for a couple minutes here as we're going to transition upstairs to continue this broadcast for you all. Thank you, and we'll see you soon.
I'm Dale Soul, the owner of Shoreline Painting and Cabinet Refinishing. My vision for the company has always been to elevate paint contracting. When you call, you get a live person. Typically, we have estimates out the same day. We have really good communication with our customers daily. We make sure you're completely happy before we leave the project. We service residential and commercial customers. The commercial work we do is typically more community-oriented. We just completed a expansion of our shop. We added 3 more spray booths to allow us to increase capacity. You can find us at 77 Stillman Ave in Pawcatuck. You can find us on our website at shorelinepaintingri.com, or you can call the office 401-834-1684 to book an estimate.
I'm Lisa Kanicki, president of the Ocean Community Chamber of Commerce.
And I'm Susie Flores, and I am driving the boat.
She's from Stonington, Cal, and this is Business Over Breakfast.
Get out of bed, business is calling. The coffee is ready. Wake up with the best. So wake up with the best. Business over breakfast with the Ocean Community. Business over breakfast with the Ocean Community.
Here we are in the mighty Pawcatuck River. This is a wild and scenic river. And we are heading down towards the Little Narragansett Bay, and then after that will be right where the Long Island Sound meets the Atlantic Ocean, and that is where our 10-acre seaweed farm lease is located. It is a farm that is based in Connecticut state waters, but we're really right on the border of New York and Rhode Island, which is very interesting because the whole farm gets all of its nutrition and nourishment from the water column and the sunlight, and that water column is coming from New York or from Rhode Island, depending on the direction of the current. So I really have to pay attention to what my neighbors are doing in the water and be very involved in how everybody, not just my Connecticut neighbors, is impacting the water quality in the Sound and in the adjacent areas. And we grow food-grade sugar kelp and sell primarily to restaurants in the local area. We live in such an amazing foodie zone. I have so many fantastic chefs that I work with that have been nominated for James Beard's, won James Beard Awards. It's insane. So we're very, very lucky, and it allows our farm to have an opportunity to see our harvest turned into these insane culinary treats and cocktails, and we have a guy who makes a local Connecticut-based sugar kelp shoyu soy sauce with it, which is one of my favorite things to consume. Hot sauces, gins, people use it in beers. So we are just in this kind of creative bubble that has allowed the farm to have an opportunity to grow just a little bit more every year, and pun intended, because we are growing seaweed. It is a seasonal operation. We are only out in the ocean for about 6 months, and it's all over winter. So I'm on the water when everybody else is staying at home enjoying a hot cup of tea. But I like it because when I get really cold, I think my body thinks that I went to the gym, so I get to skip workout days.
Are you out here by yourself most of the time that you're doing this?
So I really try hard not to be out here by myself. It's a small family farm. It's my husband and myself. I mentioned before that my son was helping me harvest last week. My daughter has her boating license and she'll come out and help me as well. It's not a good idea to be doing this sort of work by myself. So I make every effort to always have another person on the boat with me. However, I'd say every season, once or twice, I do find myself in a situation where I have orders that I have to fulfill. It's an emerging market. I really try my best to not let anybody down while taking into consideration all of the safety precautions. And so when I see a nice weather window, like what I saw this morning, I'll take that opportunity with an understanding of I know how to read the water, I know how to read the wind, I keep my radio in check, and I will only do it if my husband Jay is also out on the water doing work so that we can do check-ins with each other.
Sure.
Always wear my life preserver and just have to respect the ocean. If I get out there and I think this isn't right, this isn't, the current's shifting or the wind isn't doing what I expected it to do based on the prediction software that we use, then I'll just turn around and go home and I'll tell the chefs, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to get hypothermia for kelp.
Yeah, got it.
Thank you guys so much for joining us here. This is that was a clip from Business Over Breakfast, and a great episode that we did with the Stonington Kelp Company. We are, of course, right now in the middle of a little bit of a rain delay on the production side of things here for Westerly Baseball. And I am going to throw it back. Dan and Trary, are you with us? Dan and Trary, how are you?
Ben, I am good. We are good. We are up in the booth here at Stonington High School as we have another pitching change. It is James Hooper who will close out, actually, this third inning. So as quickly as we came back from the weather delay, We will also cut it right back to break going into the fourth inning as the Stonington Bears are still up, now up 7-0. We'll be back.
I'm Gretchen Miller. I'm the owner of Martin House Books in Westerly, Rhode Island. We have 2 floors. The top floor is all adults. The bottom floor is children's. We have the cafe here too. That's a separate business, Cafe 1888. Come down to Martin House Books, enjoy a great coffee, and pick out another great read.
Let's get down at the flying hoop. 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 Come on, come on, come on, come on.
I'm Dr. Devin Barley. I own Greenwich Bay Chiropractic right on Main Street in East Greenwich. We are a chiropractic office that offers services like therapeutic exercise as well as non-surgical spinal decompression therapy. Even if you're dealing with a chronic health issue that you just kind of say it is the way that it is, there are so many people that we've been able to help who thought that they didn't have any other options. If you're dealing with things like arthritis, headaches, low back pain, disc injury, pain down your leg or your arm due to a disc injury, those are great cases for us, and those are people that we've been able to help quite a bit.
Did they score or no? Yeah. Okay. We are back as we still have the pitchers warming up here in the outfield as the Bulldogs will look to take at bat and coming up to start us off and lead us off here in the start of this fourth inning is Tom Fiore, who saw himself starting this game on the mound, but quickly found his way just to be an at-bat. As the current pitcher of the Bulldogs, before we cut to break and finished out that third inning, was James Hooper, the senior. And here to take the plate now is Tom Fiore. And the pitcher will have a quick meeting with his infielders and catcher. Kind of discuss things that go on. As Tom Fiore waits on plate, Coach Ron Spizzato waiting on third base. Outfield looking like they're counting daisies. So we have the pitcher to take the mound. So we get underway here. And here to start the first pitch of the fourth inning for the Stonington Bears looked a little high, so that'll be ball number 1. Pitcher surveying. Second one comes in, also looked a little high, so that'll bring up ball 2. Third pitch will hit Tom Fiore's helmet. Or maybe not, as that'll bring up a 3-0 count here. Fiore still at bat. Pitch comes in, and Fiore will walk on to first base. So a man on first. 7-0. No outs. Next up. Sorry about that.
Hi, I'm Neil Anthus, owner of Sound Financial Partners. We're a full-service financial planning practice dedicated to optimizing your investment, tax, and cash flow strategies. As fiduciaries, we always keep our advisory clients' best interests in mind when making recommendations. Whether you're preparing for retirement or growing your business, we're here to help you achieve your financial goals. Ready to start your journey to financial success? Visit us at our Westerly office or give us a call at 401-642-4333.
Experience local excellence with Roofright Roofing in Charlestown, Rhode Island. With over 40 years of unmatched expertise, Roofright specializes in architectural shingles and holds the prestigious title of GAF Master Elite Installers. Known for their commitment to the community and support for local initiatives, Roofright is your trusted partner for all of your home's roofing needs. Call today for a free estimate at 401-212-4140.
Wood River Health provides medical, dental, and behavioral health care to over 10,000 people a year, even when they can't afford to pay for the care they need. The cost of providing healthcare services has increased, and the grant funding we receive doesn't fully cover the cost of patient care. We, like other community health centers across the country, count on community support to keep our doors open. With your help, we can keep serving as a safety net for your neighbors. Will you help us invest in our mission?
At Dime Bank, we're all about community. It's who we are. Local communities made up of customers, families, and friends. Business owners invested in helping their communities thrive. Dedicated employees committed to giving back in ways that go beyond banking. If your banking relationship leaves you wanting more, come join our community. It's your bank, your choice, your dime.
Japers. Welcome back, everybody. And we are trying to make this camera work for you all right now. Again, we apologize. It's not the ideal setup over here at Stonington, and the rain has not helped us here today. But the Bears are leading this one 7-0 here in the top of the fourth inning, and Dante Pruitt is up to bat.
A full count and 1 out for the Bulldogs.
It's on the ground.
Take a hit. It's fair. Pruitt. It'll be a single. And Tom Fiore finds his way onto second base. That's a very impactful play by Dante Pruitt, the junior out of Westerly.
And I'm sure you all can see back at home or wherever you're viewing this game, but I know it is not the clearest picture, so we apologize for that. That is actually how this window looks up here. That is not the camera being broken by a baseball or softball or anything like that. So we have a little bit of background for you, and as you can see, the scoreboard is going to be a lot bigger here for you all, and again, will be just as, if not more descriptive for you now. And Fiore's at second, Pruitt is at first, and Mateo Hackett is up, and he takes strike one.
So it is a 1-1 count, 1 out for the Bulldogs with a 7-0 deficit. Big things to overcome here in this fourth inning. As the pitch comes in, looked a little high, so it's a 2-1 count.
And seriously, we want to thank you all for staying with us here.
Sticking by.
And what is always a great matchup, and anytime these two teams meet, that ball runs high and inside, the count will go to 3-1.
Hackett will walk away from the plate for a minute to gather himself, come right back and get ready for a big pitch coming in.
And Machinsky's still battling out there on the mound, and he will walk Hackett, so the bases will be juiced.
This is big for Westerly. In this fourth inning, only 1 out. And
that's Coach Billy Keene. We'll go out to talk to his pitcher. Yeah, Dan, that was, I got to say, that was pretty good by us. Not going to lie. And also shout out to Dave D'Angelo's Ben Barber for getting us on there as well. It takes a team. Just like in any sport, just like baseball, softball, lacrosse, whatever it is, it always takes a team. So we appreciate everyone's hard work here at 321 Media. And again, we thank you for tuning in with us here tonight.
As we are definitely seeing some rainfall, as I'm looking down at the table and chairs that we were previously just seated at, and you could definitely see some rain has accumulated on that table. So I'm going to try and get my step count up here, but a much smaller space for me to be doing such.
You're just walking back and forth.
And I believe,
yeah, we have a new pitcher.
Pitching change for the Bears.
It will be number 4, freshman Cormac Murphy. And good job by the starting pitcher, Machinsky, on the mound here today. He does inherit all 3 of the runners on right now, so if they were to score, they would go towards Machinsky. But a great game overall for Machinsky on the mound, just a sophomore, and he worked into the 4th inning, and his team has a 7-0 lead.
Yeah. Through 4 innings as well. Just impressive.
And everything else will stay the same for the Stonington Bears out there.
And I like to be optimistic in a time like this, being a Westerly guy. After watching their game on Thursday, I can see just a shallow of a light of hope for these Bulldogs in this 4th inning. That despite their deficit, there is still room to put themselves in a position of positive.
So Durham is not playing first base anymore. He is replaced over there by Machinsky. And everything else will stay the same for the Stonington Bears. Pancera is at 3rd. Keefe is at shortstop. And Liam Jacobson just took ball 1 from Cormac Murphy. Wolfrat's at 2nd. And the outfield from right to left will stay the same. Ogden in right. Samini in center. And in left field will be Laughlin.
Second pitch comes in, and that'll make it a 2-0 count. So 2 balls, 0 strikes, 1 out.
And Dan, we didn't get to mention it while we were on air before, but pretty good crowd on hand as Jacobson takes strike 1.
Yeah, despite the rain, good crowd from both teams. I'm seeing some Westerly fans. I'm seeing plenty of Stonington fans, obviously, as we are in their home field here. But yeah, good turnout for both teams.
Jacobson will take ball 3. So just like Stonington was able to take advantage back in the 2nd inning, Westerly taking advantage of a little bit of wild pitching. Now have the bases loaded with only 1 out.
We'll see if they can get a score here, as it's 3 balls, but that'll be strike number 2. So a full count here. Very interesting to see what happens here.
The Stonington infield is back, so they're not looking to cut down a run at the plate, especially with a 7-0 lead. Middle of the infield probably going to look to turn a double play. Jacobson hits that ball to left field. Underneath it is the left fielder, Laughlin. Fiore tags up from 3rd, and that'll be the first Bulldog run of the game. Pruitt and Hackett will stay right where they are at 2nd and 1st, respectively. And now it is 7-1 Bears.
Now up to 2 outs for the Bulldogs, and up next at bat is Jack Parker. We do invite fans, if you're actually at this game in person, if you want to go sit in the car and listen to us, just to get updates on the game, feel free.
Parker first pitch swinging. Center fielder comes in, and he is able to secure it. That was Samini out there for out number 3. So we are through 4 innings, and since we didn't get to, Dan, with all the transition, it is now time for our Dime Bank mid-game report, presented by our friends over at Dime Bank. We want to thank Dime Bank. Community lives here.
That's right. And I don't think we're going to have a Dan cam today. We probably could, but...
Nah, that's okay. That's okay. We've done a lot of movement, all that stuff. But the story of the game, Dan, was the second inning. I mean, the Bears scored 6 runs in that inning, highlighted by the 2-run bomb that Mateo Pancero hit. Laughlin had an RBI single. Evan West had a sacrifice fly in that same inning that he led off as well. He led off with a walk to start that inning. Tyler Samini had an RBI single. Wolfrat and Keefe also scored for the Bears. And what was just an impressive inning from top to bottom. The Bears were doing a good job of taking pitches that weren't strikes. They did a good job on the base paths as well. Some wild pitches helped out the Bears. And I think for the Bulldogs, it just is a case of, your pitcher's not necessarily having their best day. And sometimes that does happen in this game, and so you can't really prevent it. But those pitchers are going to bounce back. Fiore, I thought McDonald did a pretty good job of coming in to help settle things down a little bit. But Fiore will be just fine moving forward. He is a very, very talented young man. It happens to everybody just once in a while, And you got to give Stonington credit. Got to give them credit. They still had to hit the ball as far as they did.
Yeah, and I think if you're the Bulldogs, just keep up this kind of resilient just attitude towards the rest of this game. Yeah, we're halfway through, and you're down 7-1, but there's still shines of light of hope as they were down 5-1 against Moses Brown and were able to come back in a 16-10 victory after 6.5 innings, because they didn't even close out the game. It only took 6.5. As now it'll be James Hooper, the senior, who will take the mound for the Bulldogs after the pitching change that happened over the course of the third inning that you guys may have missed due to our production technical difficulties with the rain coming into play now. It's definitely coming more into play as it's starting to rain a little bit more.
And I am happy we are up here.
That's right.
That is for sure. As Evan West is going to lead things off. He's first pitch swinging, and he fouls that one back. 0-1. Now, Dan, those people who are sitting out in the parking lot in their cars over there, they're the smart ones.
They are the smart ones.
As West hit that ball down the third base line, but it will be foul. The count will go to 0-2. Now, if Pancero's up and he decides to put one in the opposite field, you might get a broken windshield.
Which, maybe then you're not the smartest. But if you're listening to us on 321 Media, maybe you are the smartest.
As West fouled that pitch back once again, the count will stay at 0-2.
Hooper takes a deep breath, getting ready. Surveys, the pitch is thrown. It goes up, it's high, might go right into the glove
of Liam Jacobson. Nice ranging play there. That was good communication by the second baseman Jacobson and the right fielder Saglio on that play for out number 1.
A big outfield play there, because if that wasn't caught, that was a fair ball.
Now coming up will be Wyatt Laughlin, who is 1 for 2 on the day. He had an RBI single back in that second inning, and he'll take strike 1, and he also has a strikeout. Second pitch to him is low, 1-1. Hooper working quickly here. That's swung on and hit out to Gwaltney in center field. He's got a beat on it. Ranges and catches it for out number 2.
And still no guys on base, which is a good showing.
That's exactly what the doctor ordered if you're the Westerly Bulldogs. You've had some tough innings so far. If you're able to get a quick inning here, it gives your team confidence moving forward for the rest of this game, where they still have 9 outs to work with, as the first pitch to Luke Jones, the DH, is outside, 1-0.
Yeah, and I think that last inning where they closed out, at least getting a run, finally putting points on the board, I think is also very crucial for them as well, because I think it'll kind of light a bit of a fire. And it's definitely starting to show here as they're quickly trying to close this inning out.
Second pitch to Jones is low, 2-0. The pitch cut on and fouled back. So the count will go to 2-1. Hooper winds, kicks, and deals. Jones laces that one down the left field line. Just foul.
So 2-2-2 here in this 4th inning. If I had a baseball cap on, Dan, you already know what I'd be doing. As the pitch from Hooper comes in, it looked a little low, so we're looking at a full count.
(7-1) Bears in this rivalry matchup. The full count coming, and that pitch is outside. Ball 4 to Jones. Now coming up will be the center fielder, Ty Samini. He's 2-2 on the day so far. 2 singles and an RBI.
That's a scary man. You want to see you have to play there.
And it looks like head coach Lee Keene and the umpire are having a conversation. It looks like a substitution. It's Samini at the plate, but I think we're going to have a pinch runner as one of them out. I believe that number is number 8. Am I right on that, Dan?
Yep, they look like an 8 to me. As the first pitch from Hooper looked very high, so it's a 1-0 count.
And that pinch running is going to be Nate Machinsky for the Bears.
Big hit. It's coming towards the glass over here.
Hackett drops it, and those are tough. It's towering fly ball on the infield, especially with the rain. Not only the rain, but the wind right now as well. A tough play, and it just goes off the glove of Hackett. So Samini will reach on the error.
Yeah, definitely hard to track those, especially, I mean, you heard me just now saying it looked like it was coming towards us, but it was very much a fair ball. And, you know, just an unfortunate mistake there from Mateo Hackett. And, you know, I wouldn't hang your head too much because definitely, like you said, the weather is a big factor in this.
Now coming up will be the leadoff hitter, the third baseman, Mateo Pancera, and he ropes one down the third baseline.
Almost took out his head coach there.
Foul.
And it's a good thing there is that safety net. It almost took out a fan, if not.
Second pitch to him, the 0-1. Gets in the dirt. Parker blocks it, but gets far enough away for the runners to advance to third and second base.
Yeah, just unfortunate mistakes for the Bulldogs that bring them back in a bad situation where, you know, you're down 6 runs in the 4th inning and you got a guy on second and third now.
And we apologize. That pinch runner is actually Ben Thomas, as he is number 6, not number 8. It was hard to see.
It was hard to see, so you got to give us a little benefit of the doubt.
And now we have a balk on the Bulldogs. So the runner from third will score, and that'll make it 8-1 now, Stonington. And Samini will move up just 90 feet away from scoring another Bear run.
And for casual fans at home and casual commentators like myself, Dan, would you like to explain a balk here for what just transpired here for the Stonington Bears?
Now, there's a couple of things that could have happened on that play. I was writing something down and didn't necessarily see exactly what had happened, but either Hooper started his motion and then suddenly stopped, or he stepped off the rubber at the wrong time, or he didn't wait, or he didn't go when the umpire told him. There could have been a multitude of things there. I didn't see exactly which one it was. But either way, the Bears do add another run to their run total.
Thank you, Dan.
No problem, as Pancera takes ball 2.
So we're looking
or ball
now,
1, I should say.
Looking now at an 8-1 score. Bears extend their lead. Still 2 outs.
And that ball is outside. The count will be 2-1. Oh, now they changed it. That's what I thought. So it is 3-1. That is ball 4. So Pansera will have his second walk of this evening, along with his 2-run home run. And the second baseman, Braden Wolfrat, will come to bat.
So now they got a man on first and third. Again, just a tough positioning for Westerly.
And Hooper trying to battle out there. And now Pansera is just dancing in the middle of the baseline between first and second. Daring Hooper to do something with it. A tactic to try to maybe score that ninth run. Samini takes off the throw.
He's out.
In there. Jacobson with a dart to Parker to get Samini at the plate. And that is how this fourth inning will end here at Stonington. Bears 8, Bulldogs 1. We'll be back right after this.
It's pizza night in Westerly. Mario's is where I want to be. It's pizza night in Westerly. Mario's is where I want to be. It's pizza night in Westerly. Mario's is where I want to be. It's pizza night in Westerly. Mario's is where I want to be. It's pizza night in Westerly. Mario's is where I want to be.
I'm Josh Sherman, owner of Breachway Building Company. We specialize in kitchens, bathrooms, interior renovations of all kinds. Please feel free to give me a call to help you out with your next project. Breachway Building Company. We are building your dreams one wall at a time.
What's going on, everybody? It's Patrick down here at the Wireless Zone at 224 Post Road, Dunn's Corners. And this weekend, the new iPhone is here and we have them all in stock. Come get the brand new orange iPhone 17 Pro or the brand new razor thin iPhone Air. The best part is trading your old iPhone and get up to $1,100 off, meaning you get the brand new iPhone for free. But this weekend, you can get the brand new iPad and Series 11 Apple Watch for free. It's all happening down here at the Wireless Zone at 224 Post Road, Dunn's Corners. Don't delay, stop in today.
Back here at Stonington, and man, everyone should have that type of energy.
The Pat down at the Wireless Zone always brings his A game whenever we're coming to film a commercial for him, and he is the best. I love watching his commercials. So if you want the free new iPhone, be sure to go down to 224 Post Road and check out the Wireless Zone with Pat.
And the Bulldogs, down to their last 9 outs of this game, will have their top of the order coming up in Gwaltney, Zebarini, and then Saglio, I should say.
Yeah, and if you're Stonington, you know, you're kind of laid back here. Arms are up, feet are up. You're kind of chilled out now. You're up 8-1. And, you know, you saw in that last play, in that fourth inning, where they were just kind of trying something to see if they could extend the lead. But even though it costed them an out, they could afford it.
The first pitch to Gwaltney was a ball, so it'll be 1-0. Murphy winds, kicks, and deals. Gwaltney hits that one hard down the right field line. He's turning, and good job by the right fielder out there. Ogden to get to that one, throw it back in quickly, and it'll keep Gwaltney at first base. But it is a leadoff hit for the Bulldogs, much needed.
Much needed, and hopefully that is contagious for the rest of these Bulldogs. Up next is Jack Severini at plate here. And a very important at-bat for these Bulldogs, a very important inning for these Bulldogs, especially because they're now back at the top of their, what's it called? I can't think.
Batting order.
Batting order. And they have Saglio on deck as the first pitch is a foul for Zebarini. So an 0-1 count coming up.
And Cormac Murphy, the freshman, trying to keep the lead right where it is for the Bears. That ball will run inside. It'll be 1-1.
Pitcher looking at first, making sure Gwaltney is step foot, and just as I suspected, he checks to first. But Gwaltney is safe.
Well, he knows the scouting report, especially most of the time the leadoff hitter on your team is one of, if not the fastest players on your roster, as well as the pitch is coming in, and that ball runs high, 2-1. We've seen Gwaltney's speed in action.
Oh, yeah.
Zeberini trying to keep the train rolling. The pitch is high once again. 3-1. And any way you can right now for the Bulldogs, whether it's hits, whether it's walks, you need base runners.
Yeah, in a very good position for Zeberini right now. With a 3-1 count, pitch comes in, and he will find himself at first base. Gwaltney will trot his way on over to second and lead it off. The next at-bat is from Kevin Saglio. Very impressive hitter for the Bulldogs. And on deck, an even more impressive hitter for the Bulldogs, Tom Fiore.
Saglio 0 for 2 on the day. He flew out to right field and also has a strikeout, and he hits that one deep to center field. Samini is ranging back.
And it is
He
caught.
will catch it out there on the warning track.
Gwaltney using his speed to find his way to third. And Zeberini will stay at first, so we got a man now on first and third. Only one out for the Bulldogs in this fifth inning, down 8-1 with now Tom Fiore at bat here. And on deck is Tyler Falcone.
Again, just Bulldogs looking for a couple runs this inning. That ball is high, 1-0. And 1 out. Runners at the corners. So the double play is still in effect for the Bears if they're able to spin one.
And a mini compliment that you kind of noticed, that I noticed quickly, was they had the infielders for the Stonington Bears go out.
Runner takes off for second. The throw down gets away.
Gwaltney finds his way home.
So good job on the base paths by the Bulldogs. Zeberini takes second base, and they're able to score the second run of this game.
It is Luke Gwaltney who trots his way home to bring the second score for Westerly, with Tom Fiore still at bat. A 1-1 count, 1 out here in the fifth inning. Zeberini now at second base. Only one man on. And like I was saying before, the Stonington Bears infield kind of backing up, knowing that Tom Fiore has the ability to hit dingers.
That one was hit hard down the third baseline. Coach Spizzato did not decide to field that one. It is a foul ball, 1-2.
He had a little leg extension, so he was kind of going for it, but not enough.
That one was hit a little bit harder than the last one.
So that one would have definitely hurt if he tried to catch it. As the pitch comes in for Fiore, it's a little low, so that'll bring up ball number 2.
Zeberini at second. Outfield playing Fiore pretty straight up here. Here comes the pitch. It's hit hard on the ground to the shortstop, Keefe. He's deep in the hole, fires across. It's definitely not going to be in time. That was a very, very tough play. Fiore's on with an infield single, and Zeberini moves to third base.
Very impressive play there.
That was a great job by Keefe just to get to that ball.
Yeah,
in the hole.
The shortstop.
Because if that gets through, Zeberini is probably at home right now.
And a big job coming up for Falcone, who is at bat, the left-handed hitter. Now the catcher will sign to the pitcher.
So what they're doing there, Dan, is the catcher is letting the infield know the first and third situation as to what they're going to do with the ball if the runner steals at first, in this case, Fiore.
Okay. See, this is why we need to have Dan LaBelle at baseball games like this, who, you know, if I was by myself, I would have just said that the pitcher was, or the catcher was just making a sign.
Because they're communicating whether they're going to throw it through to try to get him out, or if they're going to try to cut it off, try to throw it back to the pitcher. Or that first pitch to Falcone is grounded foul. But yes, whenever you see that from now on, especially when there's runners at first and third. You'll know now. And how would you know if you didn't play, right?
Exactly. That's why my specialty is on 3-2-1, and where you'll find me is on the basketball court. Both as a player and a commentator.
Yes, and you do a good job.
We're going to have to see a little 3-2-1.
Fiore takes off for second. The swing by Falcone is hit out to left field. Left fielder's underneath it. Zeberini will tag from third base. Fiore had to go back to first. And that is the second out, but not before the Bulldogs score their third run of this ball game. So a sacrifice fly for Tyler Falcone.
Yeah, and like I said, Dan, before, showing signs of resilience here in this baseball game, just slowly but surely digging themselves out of the hole that they made, especially in that second inning, and showing signs of life here in the fifth inning, given that it's an 8-3 ball game here, 2 outs. And up next at bat is Dante Pruitt for the Westerly Bulldogs. Still, Tom Fiore on first base. And on deck for the Bulldogs is number 19, Mateo Hackett. Pitch comes in, and that'll be strike number 1 for Dante Pruitt.
And Murphy for the Bears has done a pretty good job since he's come into this game. You knew at some point the Bulldogs were going to put a couple runs on the board, but he's done a good job of limiting the damage, and that second pitch to Pruitt is a ball, 1-1. And with a lead like Stonington has had, that's what you want to do as a pitcher coming into relief. Limit the damage, just get outs. And in that case, got a sacrifice fly for an out. Pitch is low and outside. It'll be 2-1. So 2-1, 2 outs on a cold, rainy evening here in Stonington. But the bats for both teams have been hot. Fiore takes off for second. The throw down from West is not going to be in time.
He's safe. So if you are able to steal second, that is huge in a time like this. But a 3-1 count. So we could potentially see Dante Pruitt find his way to first base on a walk here. Again, 2 outs for the Bulldogs. And Mateo Hackett on deck. As that one is hit, it is fair, and it goes right to the third baseman, who will find first and be able to get Dante Pruitt out there. So that'll conclude the top of the 5th inning here at Stonington High School. And with 3-2-1, we will be right back with the quick break as we be on to the bottom of the 5th.
Are you looking for a fresh cut in Westerly? Step into Rio's Barber Shop in Granite Plaza. Whether it's a classic trim or a trendy new look, we've got you covered. Experience the perfect cut for every age and style in a friendly and relaxed atmosphere. At Rio's, it's not just a haircut, it's an experience. Visit Rio's Barber Shop in the Granite Plaza in Westerly or give us a call to schedule your appointment at 401-315-2208. Your style, our craft, Rio's Barber Shop.
It starts with a conversation. We dive deep into a 75-minute evaluation, one-on-one and real support between sessions. We don't just chase symptoms, we rebuild how your body moves so you can stay active for years to come and get back to the life you enjoy.
Hi, I'm Sean with Easy Does It Moving and More. Whether it's local or long distance, we've got you covered. We even help with unpacking and secure storage when you need it.
From start to finish, Easy Does It Moving and More makes sure that all of your belongings get there safely. Make your move easy and call 401-545-6078 today.
Easy Does It Moving and More, because moving shouldn't be stressful, it should be easy.
Welcome back, everybody, here at Stonington High School. Bears 8, Bulldogs 3, and we have another new wing on the mound for the Westerly Bulldogs. Jackson Beland, a freshman, will be into the ball game for the Bulldogs. Zeberini is at third base. Jackson Mankoff is at shortstop. Liam Jacobson at second base. Dante Pruitt at first base. Jack Parker is still behind the dish. Tyler Falcone out in left, Luke Gwaltney out in center, and Kevin Saglio in right field. And we're just about ready for the bottom of the 5th inning as Beland will start to finish his warm-up pitches. And just a nice job by the Bulldogs last inning. You know, it's tough to go down 8-1. They got a couple back that last inning. And again, this game is still within reach. You know, if they're able to hold them here and then able to just continue to chip away, they have 6 outs to work with. And that's a lot in baseball, especially when you're the team with that lead. I know from experience, you feel that pressure of like, hey, let's get these last outs. But especially a team like Westerly, you can never count them out.
And up first to bat.
It will be 2-3-4 for the Bears. It will be Wolfrat, Keefe, and then Ogden.
It's good that we have Dan here. I would have been scrambling to see who is at bat, what the order is, what the heck is going on. But
well, shout out to both coaches, Coach Billy Keene and Coach Ron Spazzato was able to get the lineups from them before the game as well. Always helps out. And Wolfrat will take strike 1. Especially the first time being here at Stonington. First time meeting the Stonington coaching staff, as Wolfrat will take strike 2. But they were very welcoming. They're like, hey, you're coming to do the game today? Cool. Oh, yeah, I'll give a picture of the lineup.
That's the energy you love to see.
As Beland will throw ball 1 there to Wolfrat, 1-2.
I'm very interested to see how the freshman does on the mound, as that one goes high. And Mankoff will secure it to get out number 1 for the Bulldogs.
Now coming up will be the shortstop, Michael Keefe. Who has a run scored on the day. First pitch to him is low, 1-0. Second pitch coming, and it is low once again, 2-0 to Keefe. Yeah, I'll tell you one thing, Dan. I'm happy I'm not out there right now.
I was just thinking the same thing, Dan.
I played plenty of baseball games in the rain, so I know how it feels. 2-0 coming, and that is in there. 2-1.
You know, as an athlete who played soccer, you know, a sport that is outside and in the colder months, you know, I know that usually after games, if it is a little cold out, that, you know, I'm not like cold because I've been running around. These guys, they got to be freezing because they're not moving much.
Yep. I can speak from experience. They are, as Keefe just took ball 3-1 coming here. The ball is hit out to center field to Gwaltney, who's had a pretty busy day out there. He'll camp underneath it for out number 2.
You got to give credit to guys like Gwaltney who are getting catches in the rain. That ball could easily slip right out. Or you get a raindrop in your eye, boom, vision impaired.
Yeah, it definitely could happen.
As that brings up out number 2 for the Bears. Still no men on base.
The right fielder, Ogden, just swung at that first pitch. Fouled it back, 0-1. Just missed. That was a pretty good curveball from Beland right there. Just missed the top of the zone.
One count here. Pitch coming in from Beland. Looked a little high, so that'll be a 2-1 count.
Man, that last pitch did not miss by much. The 2-1 was a little low. The count will run to 3-1. And Beland Just got to try to find the zone here. 3-1 is high once again, so it'll be ball 4 to Ogden, his second walk of this evening. So he's on with 2 outs, and the first baseman, Sean Durham, is coming to bat, who also had a great basketball season for the Stonington Bears, as well as soccer season. Nice 3-sport athlete. We love those.
Yeah.
And he just took ball 1.
Triathletes are very impressive to see, especially if they're good at all 3. You know, usually, I know, me personally, you have one sport that you're like, all right, this is my main sport, I'm pretty good at this one. And your second sport, you're like, yeah, I'm all right.
As Durham takes ball 2. Yeah, I wish I had played a third sport growing up. Played baseball and basketball.
You know, after commentating for this spring, I
find
myself saying the same things. I wish I either played lacrosse or baseball.
So Durham trying to make something happen with 2 outs. Here comes the 2-1, and it is low, 3-1.
This young man, Belan, needs a big, big pitch here to prevent a walk.
He's getting good experience out there on the mound right now. I don't know how many innings he has gotten to pitch this season. As the 3-1 comes in, Durham will hit it over to Jacobson. He will field it, throw it on to Pruitt at first for out number 3. Quick inning for the Stonington Bears at the plate. They lead it 8-3. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm AJ Truck.
And I'm Jeff Swiderski with AnyMac Home Mortgages Momentum Group, your trusted partner in the home buying process.
At AnyMac, we can strengthen your offer with our innovative program, Cash to Keys, giving you a competitive edge by allowing you to make a cash offer on your new home.
Together, we've helped over 1,000 families move into their dream homes, and we'd love to do the same for you.
Give us a call today at 401-486-0853 to get started.
Experience local excellence with Roof Right Roofing in Charlestown, Rhode Island. With over 40 years of unmatched expertise, Roof Right specializes in architectural shingles and holds the prestigious title of GAF Master Elite Installers. Known for their commitment to the community and support for local initiatives, Roof Right is your trusted partner for all of your home's roofing needs. Call today for a free estimate at 401-212-4140.
Welcome back, everybody. At Stonington High School today. For the first time, we've gotten to be here this spring, and you know, it hasn't been the nicest weather day, but the Stonington Bears have played a great game so far. They lead the Westerly Bulldogs 8-3 as we get ready for the top of the 6th inning. And we want to thank you all for sticking with us here in this audio-only broadcast. We know it's not ideal. We love having the camera and you being able to see everything. But this game was too good for us not to continue here today.
Yeah, you covered all the bases, no pun intended, of what I was gonna say, but yeah, it's very unfortunate to see the debut of Stonington baseball being broadcast on 321 have to switch to an audio-only broadcast. But without our innovativeness, there would be no broadcast if we didn't quickly and swiftly switch it on over to audio. With the rain coming into play, unfortunately, you hate to see things like that.
Well, and we will be back here for at least one more Stonington baseball game this season. You will also be here for Stonington Boys Lacrosse.
That's right.
On Tuesday, where they take on the Fitch Falcons.
That's right.
So we're looking forward to that. And we have a new pitcher on the mound for the Stonington Bears. Samini is coming in from center field.
And I'm not surprised
he will be
he's
on the
a
mound.
younger guy because, you know, in situations like this, when you're up this much and it's kind of getting later in the game, you get some guys who, you know, are just trying to see what it's like to get varsity reps. As the first pitch goes a little high, so it'll be ball 1. 1-0 count here at the top of the 6th inning. Again, Bears 8, Bulldogs 3.
As Mankoff, who is the pinch hitter, takes strike 1 there. So getting his first at bat in this game. Count is 1-1. He came into play shortstop last inning, and he just took strike 2.
So a 1-2 count here. Pitch comes in, and that will be strike number 3. So quickly, they're able to get out number 1 at the top of the 6th inning.
Yeah, pretty impressive from Tyler Samini. Coming in from center field, played the first 5 innings out there. We mentioned he's had a great day at the plate as well, and comes in, strikes out the first batter he faces, as now he's going against Liam Jacobson, and he hits that one on the ground to Braden Wolfrat at second base. He'll throw on to first for out number 2. Makes quick work of Jacobson, and now coming to the plate will, I believe, be another pinch hitter. It will be the sophomore Caden Messier batting for the Bulldogs.
And just an impressive work from Samini, getting 2 straight outs back to back, making, like you said, quick work in this top of the 6th inning as the first pitch is declared ball.
Samini's second offering to Messier, and he gets a base hit. Right out to right field, right over Wolfrat's head. So nice job by Messier coming in, getting a pinch hit right there. Little opposite field power. And now back to the top of the order, center fielder Luke Waltney. First pitch it to him. Just missed. 1-0. And you guys can see on your screen all of our sponsors in the right-hand corner. We want to shout out all of our sponsors. That's a great addition to our broadcast that we put in there, because all of our sponsors deserve great coverage each and every single day. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing here today, cover all the local high school sports that we get to cover, and all the great other things we get to do here on 321 Media. So we really appreciate all of our advertisers. We work really closely with them. Again, we couldn't do it without them.
And shout out to Ben and Dave for throwing in a little graphic for me and you in the bottom left there.
Yes, as the count goes to 2-0. And yeah, we look
pretty good.
Yeah, not bad, right?
I'm even wearing your colors. What the heck's that about? I got green on.
Waltney swings on that one. He's going to hit it out to Ogden in right field. He'll come in, make the catch, and that is out number 3 of the top of the 6th inning. We'll be back with the bottom of the 6th right after this.
Lickety splits where the summer sticks, on our fingers, on our lips.
2 scoops high in a waffle twist.
We're living it up at Lickety Splits. Lickety Splits, take your flavor pick. Rainbow swirl or classic mix.
Big wide smiles in a sugar blitz.
Yeah, everyday sweet at Lickety Splits. Hey!
I'm Ryan Collins. I'm the clinic director in specialized orthopedic physical therapy. Every time you come in, you work one-on-one with the physical therapist. Personalized one-on-one care with that person. Working with Wood River is very beneficial because we have great relationships with all the doctors. Do not hesitate to give us a call. Come in for an evaluation or talk to your doctor and they can refer you to physical therapy.
When somebody comes in to have something framed, we like to find out what their vision is, what that piece means to them. We want to know what their style is, if they know where it's going to hang, and then we take it from there. My name is Jan. I'm from Finishing Touches Picture Framing, located right here in Wakefield on Main Street, and we'd love to have you come and visit us.
Welcome back, everybody. We are here in the bottom of the 6th inning at Stonington High School, and Beland is back out on the mound for the Bulldogs, and the Bears looking to try to add to their lead here in the late going. It's 8-3 Stonington.
We want to welcome you all to the jungle, and if you can't hear the music behind us, then I probably sounded like an idiot right there.
I think it's loud enough for people to hear.
I hope it's loud enough.
You know what the funny thing is about that picture in the left-hand corner, Dan, is Ben was mad at me about that picture. Because I came in one day and I had my Cherho basketball sweatshirt on.
Yeah.
Right? And he was like, why'd you wear a Cherho basketball sweatshirt? I wanted it just to be plain. I was like, hey, it was sports open mic. Yep. Now I'm going to wear something that's a little bit sporty. So I didn't know. So wear something that you'd want to be photographed in. Of course I'd want to be photographed in my Charo basketball gear, right?
That's on me then. I wore the bright Charo Charger green.
all jokes. As we're ready for the bottom of the 6th inning, and Evan West, the catcher, will lead things off. And he takes ball 1. But you know him and his editing skills. He just took it right off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it all worked out.
I have seen graphics that Ben used for me with that picture where he was able to change the quarters of color to blue. So
West will take ball 2 from Beland. Beland's 2-0 coming. And it's in there, 2-1. And if you're Beland, just trying to not let the Bears score any more runs. Give yourself a fighting chance in the top of the 7th inning.
And prove yourself.
That's a very good point, as well, as West takes ball 3. But yeah, it's an opportunity, right, for him to go out there, showcase what he can do, and it could lead to more innings in the future when they need him.
Especially as a young guy, you want to prove yourself, hey, I could be the future of this Bulldog team.
And West will take ball 4. So he will be on to lead things off here in the 6th. And the left fielder, Laughlin, will come to bat. Who really got things going back in that big 6-run inning, 2nd inning.
Yep.
With the first hit for an RBI, as he was able to score Evan West from second base. Beland's first pitch to Laughlin.
That's a strike.
Is in there.
So 0-1 count here.
We have a pinch runner for the Bears. I believe that's number 28, Calvin Mattis. Getting a run here, and that ball will go low. 1-1. Ball's on the outside corner, 1-2. One, two coming. Is inside, 2-2 to Laughlin. Man, Dan, I just got some pretty big news on my phone, too. I'm going to wait to break it, though.
I did also see that notification.
We'll talk about that in a second. The 2-2 coming is low. 3-2. Because we might be breaking it to some people here.
That is
on
true.
3-2-1 Media, too.
Because if they're watching the stream and not paying close attention to their phones, that is big news in the baseball world.
Something I didn't expect. 3-2 coming. Oh, a nice hit by Laughlin right back up the middle for a single. And Mattis will move up to second. And Bears have 2 on with nobody out. And while we have a second, the Red Sox have decided to fire manager Alex Cora.
Crazy stuff there.
I didn't expect it to come this early in the season. I thought it would come maybe a little bit later on, but a decision that they felt needed to be made, and they've had a tough start to the year. So
they had a great win today, though. However,
ball hit on the ground by Jones. It's hit to Mankoff. Tries to go to second to Jacobson, but the runner's going to be safe. So good hustle to get in there.
And Mankoff, I just noticed as he was making that play, he kind of hesitated. He looked a little at third. Almost thought to throw to third, but then made the nice decisive decision to go to second. I think if he had it set in his mind to either go to third or go to second, he could have gotten one of those guys out. And that's just one of the things that's very impactful in any sport is you have to be quick thinking on your head.
Samini was first pitch swinging right there. Fouls that one back, 0-1. And again, with the window and the rain, it is hard to see. That pinch runner is actually Aiden Deary, number 99 for the Stonington Bears. He's now at third base. Laughlin is at second, and Jones is at first.
Yeah, with the shattered look of
we got a 1-1
glass. The shattered look of the glass in this window, with also
Samini through the right side, gets by Jacobson and Pruitt over there. 1 run will score. Here comes Laughlin, and it's another hit for an RBI for Tyler Samini. Makes this game 10-3.
Yeah, big things coming from the Stonington Bears as they extend their lead and bring themselves into double digits as the Bulldogs continue to get rattled by these Bears.
Just a great piece of hitting by Samini right there. And inside out of that one, got it through the right side.
That's right, and a scary man at bat right now. It's the man who hits the home run earlier in this one.
And Pansera will take ball 1. Second pitch coming. Is high. 2-0. And still nobody out here in this bottom of the 6th.
As
buzzed Pansera right there. It didn't hit him, but he definitely saw his life flash before him right there. And the runners will move up to second and third. And that's never comfortable in the box when you see one right up at your face. Obviously, there's no intent there, but makes you think twice when you go step back in the box again. At least it did for me occasionally.
Yeah, I'm just happy to see that he's all right.
And the count is 3-0 to Pansera. 3-0 swinging. He fouls it back. So it'll be 3-1. Very aggressive right there from Pansera. Usually you see people decide to take that strike on 3-0.
Yeah.
I like the confidence by Coach Billy Keene and his players. You know, hey, if you see one, go after one.
Yeah.
Because most of the time on that 3-1 pitch, pitcher's just looking to try to get it over, might take a little bit off it, might leave it right down the middle, and be a good opportunity for a good hitter like Pansera to go after one. The 3-1, that one is high, so it'll be ball 4, and the bases will be loaded still with nobody out. Now it'll be Braden Wolfrat, the second baseman.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Is there a mercy rule?
Correct. So the score is 10-3 right now. If the Bears were to get 3 more runs in this bottom half of this inning, the game would be over.
Right.
Wolfrat hits that one deep. Gwaltney's on his horse. It bounces out near the fence. It's going to get down. So with not knowing whether that ball was going to get caught or not, it's actually going to be a long single even though the ball hit the warning track. So Samini will go to third, Pansera will move up to second, and Wolfrat will be at first base with the longest single, I think, at Stonington Field history. That's
got to be a very long, that is a very long single. But a run, nonetheless, that came out of that one for the Bears. So the score now 11-3. Still no outs here at the bottom of this 6th inning.
Yeah, Bears looking to try to finish this one off.
Correction, now the score's 12, so they were able to get 2 guys home. Unless the scorer's guy got the score wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought the bases were loaded, and I'm not a rocket scientist, but the bases are still loaded. So, ball is high, 1-0.
And they did make the correction there. So, yes, it is 11-3. And the count now is 1-0. 1-1. Correction.
The shortstop, Michael Keefe, is up right now. Samini on third, Pansera on second, and Wolfrat on first. The pitch is low, 2-1 to the shortstop, Michael Keefe.
Dan, you read my mind there. I was just about to ask you, who do we have on base for the Bears?
We have an 11-3 game now. And this Bears lineup has been really impressive today. It's been a little bit of everybody. It's been a lot of plate discipline as Beland's pitch is fouled back into the catcher's mitt
So a 2-2 count. And Dan, I think it's going to be pretty difficult to try and pick a Deb Thomas Schilke Realty player of the game, because this has just been a overall team effort from the Bears.
That ball is in the dirt, so it'll be 3-2. Nowhere to put Michael Keefe. Got to come with one here. Bulldog infield is in. They're going to cut down any runner who goes to the plate. Here it is. Keefe will foul that one. Stay alive.
And a full count. Rain still steadily pouring down here at Stonington High School. The pitch comes in and it's low. So that'll be another walk and another score for the Bears.
And now the Bears, still with nobody out, are just one run away from ending this thing here today. And batting now will be the right fielder, Cam Ogden. Pitch to him is fouled. 0-1. And wow, look at the bottom left corner of your screen right there. Ben Barber decided to put us both in brown.
Look at that, Ben.
Look at that. As the ball gets away from the catcher, Pancera's on his way home, and that is how this ball game is going to end. That is the 13th run, and the Stonington Bears are going to take this rivalry matchup 13-3, and they get a little revenge for the football game.
That's right.
This past year as well, but can't say enough about the Stonington Bears here today. What a game they played. And we'll start with the Bulldogs. You know, they put 3 runs up on the board. They had a really good game the other night. I think this team is going to be fine. They dropped to 4-5 on the season. But again, you hit hiccups, bumps along the way. Still a really young team. Starter, some of the other pitchers didn't necessarily have it today, and that'll happen. And they're only going to get stronger from this, and their lineup will continue to do good things as the season goes on.
That's right, and we want to quickly shout out that we are now in the Coastal Graphics post-game show as we talk about an incredible win for the Stonington Bears over their heavy rivaled Westerly Bulldogs. Like you said, a big bite back after the football game on Turkey Day, because that was a big win for the Westerly Bulldogs. And it just goes to show that, you know, these two towns, they rival, and they don't forget. They forgive, but they don't forget, as it is a big statement win for these Bears. Like you said, the Westerly Bulldogs show plenty of promise over the course of the season. I think just an overall kind of like a bad game, just one to kind of forget about, but short-term memory, hopefully for these guys coming up in their next matchup that they have. But like I said, this team is resilient and they are able to come back from anything. I watched it firsthand on Thursday in their game against Moses Brown, and they are very capable of making impressive things happen on this baseball field, on any baseball field.
Next week for the Westerly Bulldogs, they will be in action Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Monday, they will be at Pilgrim at 4:30 p.m. Wednesday at North Kingstown at 4 p.m. And then Thursday versus Lincoln at home at 5 p.m. So they will be back home on Thursday. And again, the top 12 teams qualify in each division, with the top 4 teams getting the bye. Westerly was 11th coming into this game. We'll see how that, kind of puts them after this game with the other teams as well. But I really believe in this Bulldogs team. They'll bounce back. But the story today is the Bears. The Bears moved to 6-3 on the season. They're currently 13th. They might have moved up a little bit with this win today. And again, just a great overall game from the Stonington Bears. So happy we were able to be here and continue the broadcast as well, albeit in a slightly different way, but that's okay. We got the job done for them here today. And that brings us to our Deb Thomas Schilke Realty Player of the Game. And who got it done for the Stonington Bears today, Dan? We could go a lot of different places here.
Yes, we can. But I think, although this was a very big team win, I want to, I think we would be remiss if we didn't talk about Mr. Matteo Pansiera, who got the home run today and really set the tone for the Stonington Bears in this one, as he got it in that big, crucial third inning, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Second inning. But yes, a very crucial home run, 2-run home run, but extended their score and was making big plays, brought the energy, and it definitely showed in this final score, mercying the Westerly Bulldogs here at Stonington High School on their home field, Dan.
So we want to thank Deb Thomas from Shielke Realty for sponsoring the player of the game, and congratulations to Matteo Pansiera for the great game that he had here today. I mean, like I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, that was the hardest and farthest hit ball I've seen so far this season. That ball just kept on carrying. Next games for the Stonington Bears. Monday, they will be at East Lyme at 4 p.m. Wednesday, they will be at home against Bacon Academy at 4 p.m. Thursday, they will host Wheeler at 3:30 p.m. And then Saturday, they will take on Cranston West at home as well at 1 o'clock p.m. So a lot of home cooking for the Stonington Bears coming up. 4 out of the 5 next games are going to be at home.
And if you want to catch more Stonington Bears here on 321, be back here on Tuesday as the boys lacrosse team will be here at Stonington High School on 321 Media as well for the Westerly Bulldogs. Their next 321 game will be this Thursday for boys volleyball. So for Westerly and Stonington fans, be sure to be tuned in to Tuesday for Stonington and Thursday for Westerly.
We want to give a huge thank you to both Dave DeAngelis and Ben Barber, who helped pull us through the knot here today. We did a lot of finagling and moving things, and we cannot do it without their support. And they're the men. They're geniuses. They do a great job with what they do for us here on 321 Media. I want to thank my colleague today, Dan and Cherry, for coming down, helping me out. It's a pleasure doing these games with you, Dan.
It's always a pleasure, and especially when we have the Dan Cam, which we didn't have the Dan Cam today, but you had some Dan fans out there listening to the Dans talk about some baseball and be able to commentate. Such a lovely game, such a wonderful matchup with Westerly and Stonington. This rivalry been going on for probably centuries now, but it's just a wonderful thing, and a wonderful thing for me personally to be a part of, as I used to play soccer for Westerly, and I got to play in the Piver Cup against Stonington, and I was on that first Westerly Piver Cup championship team. So it's an honor to be representing the Westerly Blue and White Bulldogs, even though they lost tonight's matchup against the Stonington Bears.
So that'll do it. And before Mr. Pansiera leaves, I'm going to go try to get down there to get a player of the game interview from him. So for Dan and Cherry, my name is Dan LaBelle. Thank you all for watching and listening, and have a great night.
Your home, your family, your legacy. They deserve the highest level of protection. At Lathrop Insurance, we design tailored programs for coastal homes, secondary properties, and high-value assets, giving you peace of mind no matter where life takes you. We're honored to protect families in Rhode Island with personalized care and expert guidance. Lathrop Insurance, protecting the life you've worked so hard to build.